Welcome. This is my second go at this video. I recorded this yesterday and my mic wasn't plugged in. Hopefully it's plugged in right now. But I just wanted to go over what I had been working on yesterday, and it was cleaning the top of my 1997 Land Cruiser. So I have a bunch of other videos on this vehicle. I'll put a link below to my Land Cruiser playlist where you can find those. So the top here had a lot of kind of like mold on it. So the top looked kind of like this before. So I'm at the back of the Land Cruiser, and this is the little spoiler thing, and it had all this kind of mold stuff on it. So I took it to the local car wash and I power washed what I could, but I had trouble getting some of it up here power washed. So I ended up using some Super Clean on that. And this was provided to me by Super Clean, but they're not compensating me for this video and they're not reviewing it before I post it. And Super Clean's probably a little bit strong to use on paint, but it was really bad and I wanted to get rid of it quickly. So I used some of this. I don't know if I would use this on a new paint job or things like that, but it, cut through everything very quickly. So I cleaned all that up here and rinsed it. I also used a little Super Clean on the gutters over here because they were really dirty, and cleaned everything up really good. And then I used this clay bar, and I'll put a link below to some of these products I'm using on Amazon. And if you use that link, it helps me out a little bit and doesn't cost you anything extra. So this is kind of like Play-Doh or Silly Putty. And I used a bottle here with some car wash and some soap in it. And I sprayed that on and it kind of lubricates it a little bit. I think I used like a cap full with this bottle of water. And I sprayed that on, and then I used this and I would rub it back and forth to pick up any contaminants or dirt that was stuck in it. And then you fold the clay so you have like fresh clay surface, and you just do that to the whole top, and that gets it very smooth and even. So I did that to the whole top, and you can even do like glass. So I have the moonroof over here. I did the glass there. And a project I started on last year, and I didn't really make a video on this, but this is where the factory roof rack was, and I had these rings here where the plastic sat, and like sand got under there, and it wore through the paint and had like a ring of rust here. So I sanded that and primed it. It was primed for like a year and a half, and then the other day I painted it. And it's hard to tell on camera, but the paint color doesn't match exactly. You can kind of see here, this is more of a cream color and this is more of a white. And I don't know if this is close to the original color. Maybe I didn't shake the can enough, or it was actually a small can of paint. Maybe I didn't mix it well enough, or maybe this is faded over the years. But there's a little bit of a difference, but my main purpose was to keep it from rusting. So I can always go back and do a light sanding and recoat that. And I also sanded this with some 600 grit just to smooth it out and kind of blend it in. I probably could go back over with some 200 grit or some rubbing compound. When you look at the roof, it's very shiny except for the areas that I painted. They're very dull. So there's some work that I could still do on that. So once I got all this cleaned up, I used this ceramic coating. It's Turtle Wax Hybrid Solution ceramic coating. And I found this product on Project Farm YouTube channel, and I'll link below to that channel, and he does great reviews on stuff. And this you can spray on and then you wipe off, and then you can kind of go back and kind of buff it, but you don't need to buff it a lot, and it comes out to be pretty shiny here. And it has great protection on it. So in Project Farm he did this test, and he washed the car, things like that, and this really stayed on the finish of the car and protected it. So I wanted to try it. So I tried this on my hood a couple days prior to doing the top, just as a test, and a bird had pooped on there, and I took a watering can and I rinsed it, and the bird poop went right off. It didn't stick. So I was pretty impressed with that. It almost seems too good to be true because it's so easy to apply. So you just take this, you spray it on there, wipe it off, and you're protected. And you can go and do 2 coats. I'll probably go back and do another coat on this. I don't know if I'll do it today or tomorrow. I'm actually in my garage because it's super windy out today, so it's not a good idea to film or do these kind of finishes outside. So this can also be used on glass. So I did this on the moonroof too. This car sits outside, and I want to protect the finish, and I wanted it to be easy. So it seems like this is a good product, but I'm not an expert on car detailing or this kind of stuff. I'm just sharing my experience. So if you have any tips or anything I could have done better, worse, whatever, drop a comment below. But this is a neat product I used, and I'll probably go back and do the rest of the car eventually. But when you're looking at different surfaces, I mean, this is for cars or even woodwork or anything. Horizontal surfaces, water's going to sit on there. You're going to get mold, dirt, contaminants, etc. So those are the areas that are best to focus on first, and then work on the horizontal surfaces where the rain is going to run off. So I didn't have any mold like on the side panels, but I had that on the top. And I have some here where it was like running off the back. So I may even take this spoiler off so I can get to that a little easier, and I'll treat that and get that cleaned up too. So hopefully I can get some more life out of this finish while it's sitting outside all winter. I may get a cover for it too. If you have experience, good or bad, with car covers, go ahead and drop a comment below, because I'm always interested in what people feel about those and how well they work, because I really don't want a car cover to be on here and scratching it up, or making it worse, or collecting moisture, things like that. So I just wanted to share my experience with this. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. If you like this video, please click like. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I'd appreciate it if you could do that. And thanks for watching. Until next time, goodbye.